Hi everyone, it's Vicky from Live Life Green here again today. I'm sure you've all seen the doom and gloom articles about the environment and the state of the world circulating around the news at the moment. But we believe it's much more useful to focus on the positive and what we can do about it than get sucked into a pit of despair. So we're trying to do our bit to change the world and make it better for future generations by enabling people to live life green every day. And today we are sharing with you the most important thing that I learned at the Planting Festival last weekend. So I'm sure some of you know that we went to the Planting Festival last weekend because it was amazing and I haven't shut up about it. And within 5 minutes of being there, we had already planned to go back next year. So if you haven't been already and you're anywhere near Woodford, definitely check out the Planting Festival. It's on the May Day long weekend every year, but that is also not really the point of this live. I'm here to share with you the most important thing that I learned there. And for those of you that haven't been, it was our first time. There's music, there's entertainment, there's a kids festival, but there's also a whole lot of various workshops and lectures and talks with an environmental theme. And the people that run these things are just amazing. There was, really well-renowned scientists and very, very knowledgeable people there sharing what they know to, help us, which was amazing. And so I went to quite a few of these talks when I was there. And there was just one theme that really came through each of the talks that I went to. And I don't know if it was planned that way or just everyone was on the same wavelength and it would have happened anyway. But the one thing that was most common amongst these talks, and that was the most valuable thing that I learned, was that small actions multiplied can make a huge difference, which I think is a really important and really valuable thing to remember. It's so easy to think that we're just one person, the one little things that we do won't make a difference, but there's more than 20 million people in this country. If every single one of those people refused single-use plastic bags when they're getting their fruit and veg, for example, that's a huge, huge difference that it makes. That one simple difference can have a huge impact if everyone does it. And that was the overriding theme through all of these talks that I went to, which was really, really heartwarming to hear, because I know I'm quite often guilty myself of, I'm so positive a lot of the time, but it's impossible to maintain that 100% of the time. So, even I have my down days where I'm like, oh, what does it really matter? Does it, am I really making a difference? No, doom and gloom, rah, rah, rah. But you are. Every time that you refuse one single-use item, that's one less single-use plastic item that's in circulation and in landfill and potentially in the oceans, which is amazing. And that small actions multiplied, making a big difference, I think is really beautifully reiterated in this fable that I was reading my 6-year-old a few months ago. It was in she's got a diary called The Big Life Journal, which is this really, really cool resource. So we're reading this fable in it that kind of really hits home that point really well, and I'd like to read it to you if that's okay. So it's called Small Act, Big Difference. Sorry, I'm just looking down because I don't know the fable off by heart, so I have to, look at the book to read it. Shelling along the edge of a sea, a man catches sight of a girl who appears to be engaged in a ritual dance. She stoops down, then straightens to her full height, casting her arm in an open arc. Drawing closer, he sees that the beach around her is littered with starfish, and she is throwing them one by one into the sea. He lightly mocks her. There are stranded starfish as far as the eye can see, for miles up the beach. What difference can saving a few of them make? Smiling, she bends down and once more tosses a starfish out over the water, saying serenely, "It certainly makes a difference to this one." And I just think that's a beautiful way to sum up that whole learning. It's, every little act makes a huge difference if everyone does it. And so it doesn't matter, how small you think the act is, even if it's just remembering to refuse a straw that once, or, taking your reusable bags just that once. It's still, one less single-use item in landfill, which is amazing. And I think on that note as well, it's really easy to beat ourselves up about, you know, the one time that we do forget. But it's, you know, it's also really important to just be gentle on yourselves. And, you know, you might remember your reusable produce bags at the shop 6 times and then forget it on the 7th, and then, you know, that's not the end of the world. We're all human, we all make mistakes, and that's, you know, the 6 times that you did remember is amazing. So we'd love to hear from, just focus on the positives, guys. Forget the doom and gloom. Focus on the positives. Every little step that you do take makes a big difference, and that's what some pretty fancy scientists at a big festival were saying too, so it's not just crazy old me. And on that note, we would love to hear from you guys about little changes that you either have made in your lives already or that you were maybe inspired to make in the coming weeks. So we'd really love to hear from you guys. Pop a comment in the section below, just letting us know maybe one little change that you've made recently or one little change that you're thinking about making in the future, and hopefully that will inspire and encourage other people to make little changes as well from your own experiences. And I was actually really excited today. I gave my mum a set of reusable produce bags a few weeks ago, not really knowing whether or not she'd actually use them, but I thought, you know, I'll try. And she's come up to visit us this weekend, and she actually told me that she stopped using plastic fruit and veggie bags when she's shopping now. So I was so excited that she's made that change, which was really cool. So yeah, pop us a comment in the section below about little changes that you have already made or that you're planning on making, and hopefully the ripple effect will take over and encourage other people to make that change too. And on that note, we will leave you here. Have a great weekend, everyone, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, expectant mothers, mothers of babies that are no longer with us, and any other mother figures in the world. Happy Mother's Day. Mwah. Bye-bye.